In today's video, we have a very special guest that will share a great manual product research strategy to help dropshippers break even and become profitable on eBay. The special guest has made £12,571 in sale earnings in the last 90 days. So make sure you watch it from beginning to end so you don't miss anything that could benefit your business. Let's jump into it. So it's awesome to have you here, Grant. And I was wondering that before we move on with other stuff, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit to our viewers?
Yeah, of course, be a pleasure to. So my name's Grant, Grant Lee, as you just quite rightly said. I am a fellow dropshipper as well. I've been dropshipping for a little bit of time now, but I also, alongside that, I do work a full-time job as well. I'm a training manager for a finance company. I'm also a musician as well. So I have a few different areas that are constantly keeping me busy in my life.
So what kind of music do you play?
I play a mixture. It depends on what people want to hear.
Nice.
I play acoustic guitar and I sing as well.
Amazing, amazing.
I'm terrible at the drums, really bad at the drums, but I can do all right.
I bet you play very well and you're just being humble.
Really bad.
So how did you come across dropshipping though?
I have what interesting story actually on that. I actually saw a friend of mine who was posting some screenshots of his eBay account on his Instagram, on his stories. And I kept seeing them every single day, just being paid some more money and being paid some more money. And eventually I'd had enough of seeing them every single day. So I messaged them just to find out what he's doing. He told me that he'd started something called dropshipping, and he had a mentor. And yeah, it was really, really easy to get into. He'd been doing it for just a couple of months and he was making some good money. So yeah, I asked him for the details of the mentor, where to get the information from. He told me his name. His name's Michael Gervin.
Our friend.
Come across, yeah, good old Michael. Who's actually now just released his own dropshipping course, actually, which is really helpful.
Sure.
But yeah, he put me in touch with him, and he taught me everything about how to get started. From that, I was hooked, and yeah, I just really wanted to get on board with it, which I did. And then I came across you guys and your incredible analysis tool, and was so addicted to it that I just embraced it, and it's gone from there.
What was the moment that you realized that dropshipping works, that e-commerce works? Was there like a specific moment or something that happened to you? I don't know, maybe your first sale or something that made you think, this is not a scam. This is, it works.
Yeah, that definitely, it was exactly that first sale, that first notification to come through, just the little
Such a great feeling.
that noise. I was like, wow, it works.
Yes.
I made a sale. It was in my first few days, and then I continued with the process, and then another sale, and it just built from there. And what amazed me was just how easy it was. The fact that you don't have to buy any stock and have lots of stock at your house, like you don't see the stock. That blew my mind. So yeah, it was those initial parts that made me realize this is doable. We can do this. We just need to work at it.
Definitely. And I was wondering, how much did it cost for you to start dropshipping?
I went all in straight away. So I upgraded my eBay straight away to be a store, which you need to pay for. I came on board and took out the package with you guys. And then obviously there's the cost of the initial process of when you do have to buy products initially, and eBay don't pay you if it's a new store. So I think for me, it was around the £60 mark for each month that I was paying. Maybe maximum 100. I can't remember exactly because it was a little bit of time ago, but it was definitely no more than £100. And I don't think it was even close to that.
And since we're talking about the beginning phase,
Sure.
The first major milestones of a seller's journey is breaking even. And how long did it take you to break even with your first store?
Yeah, I broke even towards the end of the second month. So it was the end of the second month or third month was when I broke even. So that was the break even point, and then from there it started to move into the profit.
And how long did it take you to become profitable after that?
I'd probably say an additional month. I'd probably say I
Additional.
kind of, yeah, got to break even. I was there for a month, and then from that point it was profitable. So by month
Amazing.
4.
Amazing, amazing work. And right now, how many stores do you have? Like, where are you right now? And what are your next steps in dropshipping?
I have just opened my second store, which is cool. It's exciting to go back to the beginning again.
Yeah.
So I've just opened my second store. My plan is to, by the end of this year, have 5 stores. That's my goal for this. It took me quite a while to start scaling initially with my first store, and then after coming across a couple of hurdles, a couple of obstacles which slowed me down on that particular store, I realized that I needed to scale. So that's what kickstarted me.
And what turns like the green light to open another store? Like, when do you think is the appropriate, the right moment to open a new store and scale sideways?
Well, for me personally, the green light came when I realized that I wasn't going as fast as I wanted to be going with my original store. But what made me take the action was having the right structure in place. So once I had my schedule in place as to how I structured my day, and that was what allowed me to realize, okay, I can now factor this new store into it as well. So now I work both stores simultaneously alongside each other. And I'm currently doing everything myself as well. I don't have a virtual assistant working.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that next. What's your position with VAs?
I think they're fantastic. I think, well, provided you get a good VA, of course, as I guess it would be the same with anybody you have working alongside you. But I think they can be really, really useful. I will likely need to take somebody on as I scale up. At the moment, it's manageable for me, and I like continuing to learn. So I feel like if I'm hands-on, I'm learning myself. Whereas if I pass it to somebody else, I restrict my learning a little bit, and I still feel like I'm learning. So I want to keep that going until I need to bring someone on board.
Yeah, I mean, and the truth is, we never stop learning. Even
True.
after scaling, after you reach independence, it's not over. There's still more. Always learning. And, okay, I know everyone here is also waiting to watch your powerful manual product research strategy. So don't go anywhere, everyone. Grant, the screen is yours. Show us your strategy.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to run you through my process in how to start a store and the best way to source items to list onto your new store to help you grow and get to that break even and profit stage. Let's go.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to run you through basically how I would go about finding good items for my store if I'm just starting out. So if I'm just trying to find some good products to get myself going, to generate some sales, this is what I do. Okay, so firstly, I will load up Amazon. This is the supplier that I mainly use. So this is what I'm going to use my example. What I'll then tend to do is move across to the best sellers section over here, and then just select a random category. So for this instance, we'll go for garden on this one. Doesn't really matter too much. Then what I'm looking for in here is, generally I tend to avoid big brands such as Miracle Grow and things like that. I tend to avoid them. So I'm gonna look for something that is definitely over £5. Okay, let's go for this one. So I select my item. This moves across into the item specifics, and then what I'll do is I'll copy part of the title. I copy that part of the title, and then I open up Zik Analytics and the product research tool over here. In here, I will paste part of that title and I'll hit search, and what I will do is I will search for anybody who's selling that particular item on eBay. You can see there's 26 listings for this particular item. What I then do is filter this to show just the drop shippers, because that's who I'm interested in. And you can see that we have these eBay sellers all selling this particular item, and they've all been recognized as a drop shipper. So I will select the first one. So your essentials, I guess that's store. Feedback wise, they have over 180,000 feedback reviews. So I'm guessing that this is quite a big store. We scan their store and that will pull through all of the information from this particular seller. So we can see they've made sale revenues over the past 30 days of £72,500. So this is definitely a big store. Once we scroll down, we can see all of the items that they're selling. We can see how many they've sold over the last 30 days, how many in total, the current price, and here the number of competitors selling this item. Now, for me personally, when I'm just starting out, what I'm searching for is for an item that has very, very little competition, but has a good amount of demand on the actual item itself. So we want low competition, good volume of sales. So for me, generally what I'll do is look for an item that has less than 10 competitors and at least 5 sales. That would be for me a good selling item. I don't tend to look for items that are too low in price. So I usually go for anywhere between £5 and £15 for myself as an item, just to make sure I'm getting a good amount of profit as well. But if you're just starting out, you can also list lower priced items to make sure that you're generating a good amount of traffic, because the lower priced items will tend to do that. So you can see down here, so look at less than 10. So that is 10, but the price wise, I want it over £5 at least. Less than 10, but less than £5. This one here, okay, this is a good one here. So it has 8 competitors selling this item. It's £6.66, and it's sold 21 times in the last 30 days. That is a great item for me. You can see it's this one here. I don't even know what that is, central heating inhibitor, but the stats don't lie. So I like this item. Over here, we can see it has a green tick next to the Amazon box. So if I click on this, you'll see that it recognizes the product on Amazon. It's found the exact one. It's $4.99 on Amazon. Profit wise, it's set to 37p, but depending on which listing service you're using, that will just link across to match your own particular profit settings. So I'm not too worried about this at the moment, but I'm happy with that. What I'll then do is I'll then save this onto my store. So you can create your own folders in Zik Analytics, and then I'll hit save. That is an item found. And then I will do exactly the same thing, going through all of the different items, matching my specifics to find as many items as I can. If we scroll down, we can see there's another one here, a rug gripper, 14 sales in the last 30 days, £6.55, 5 competitors. Click on here. Okay, so that's not matching exactly in terms of the image. So we can click over to Amazon and see if we can find that particular image there, which we can here. It's not showing as a definite Prime item, and I want Prime so I can make sure I take advantage of the best delivery service. So I'm going to leave that item for now and then keep on going. So we scroll down again. Here's another one, 2-pack shower hose extension, 12 sales in the last 30 days, £6.10p, 7 competitors. Same thing again. There we go. We can see it's found the match there. It's already saved my folder, so I hit save to folder. And basically, that is it. I'll repeat that process until I build up a good selection of items, and then I'll list those items onto my store. Once my store starts to grow a little bit in its revenue and its sales, then I'll start to maybe look at items that have slightly higher price margins and price brackets, and also look for maybe slightly higher competitor volumes as well, because finding the ones with less than 10 can be quite tricky after a while. So you will need to elevate that up. So that's how I find my items. That's how I make the most of the product research tool on Zik Analytics. Hopefully you can find that of good use for yourself and find some great products to list on your own store.
Grant, thank you so much for being here again and sharing so much knowledge with us. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
I think we've covered quite a lot, to be honest. It's been an absolute pleasure coming on and talking with you. It's been really, really good fun. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully the people that are watching are able to take some good tips and information that they can use themselves in getting started. But yeah, that's all I can really hope for. Nothing else to add from my side now.
Definitely. Thank you. I hope to see you again here. And everyone, make sure to subscribe to Grant's Instagram. The link is going to be here in the description, all right? He's a cool guy, great drop shipper, and a great musician. So
You're too kind.
all right. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks. Nice to see you.
So tell us who you want us to interview next by commenting below. Keep moving forward and see you next time.